Okay, the next item is course fees, first read, starting on page 176.
Kristen, why don't you explain this? This was the work we've done with the Curriculum Council over the last 2 months.
So this is a list of proposed course fees for the 2016-17 school year. And the reason we do it now is because we put these course fees in the curriculum guide, which is published online at the end of October. And so we've organized it by increased fees, decreased fees, and then fees that are staying the same. One thing across the board is all advanced placement courses will increase by $1 to accommodate the increase in the College Board test. They seem to have raised it over the past few years, year after year. So that's one increase that you'll see across the board. There were some additional questions regarding the course fees. First is mind and body. This course has not had a fee in the past, but they haven't used the Wellness Center in the past, and so that's why there's now a fee attached to that. And those fees, any fees for the equipment and Wellness Center usage, go to purchase new equipment, and that's kind of how we try to update the Wellness Center. There's a question about repertory dance. Again, that course fee was $0 in the past, and the proposed fee is $10, and that's to cover the cost of costumes. The costumes aren't new, but what would happen in the past is students would pay out of pocket, and so we're trying to advertise the cost up front to hopefully defray the cost that parents have to pay later on during the school year. There's another question about honors leaders training, increase in $5. The rationale should have just been clarified. It's not that they're trying to get t-shirts and go on this field trip, it's the cost of those have increased, and so the fee has of course increased as well. On the next page there were 2 other questions for the decreased course fees. One is athletic PE has decreased from $20 to $10. So that course hasn't run in the past 3 years, and so in a little while you'll hear about how we want to run that course again, and in doing so we want to update the title of the course to reflect the change that we'd like to make. So that's the first line in that rationale, and then the second line is that course would also use the equipment center and the wellness center, and so that's why there'd just be the $10 fee associated with that course. So that will make a little more sense once we go over the course title changes.
Why was it 20 before? I don't know. That's what you're saying.
I don't know. That course hasn't run in a few years, so I don't know why there was a $20 fee
fine.
associated with it. And then on our sports med, less tape was used than expected this year, so we always base the tape usage on the previous year. So that's where there was a decrease in that.
We have better tapers now.
Or less injuries.
Yeah.
Curriculum proposals.
The next item, curriculum proposals and course title changes, first read on page 182.
So Tim, if I was to pay my AP fees with a credit card, the net output is that the school winds up losing money on that AP.
Well, the school pays a fee, yeah,
Because the school's paying what percentage on a credit card?
4%.
Yeah,
We talked about that with the registration, though. They're going to.
I know, but this is the fees that they're proposing. There's
for
no
this year.
convenience fee.
No, that's not accurate. This is strictly just course fees.
Right, so if but
So
the AP course, we have to reimburse the AP people for the $106, right? But if I paid on credit card, you're only gonna net,
I understand what you're saying.
you're only gonna net $102, whatever.
Yeah.
But you
Right.
can't.
So you wind up losing money.
But what, the
You
reason
can't
we
do it
didn't,
that way,
the
can you?
reason we didn't put it in under that for each individual fee a person pays is we're looking at, this is strictly just a course fee, so when parents review the curriculum guide in October, they understand the fee attached to each course. Then in February, we bring registration fees in there. It's where we're gonna look at that flat registration fee that everybody pays to start offsetting some of our credit card expenses and some of the fees the district's been paying, because you can't go by course and then take off 4% every time a kid drops a course. We would need another person in the business office just to handle that. So if we do a flat increase in the registration fee, that will help offset some of the expenses we've been paying for credit card fees, which I had Tim tally up a total for. That's what we wanted to go through with the finance council first. But we are aware that there is, we probably paid close to 16 or 17,000 this year in credit card fees.
Okay,